By the ocean, manner facing line dance, standard left open facing position.
Okay, one thing first, I'm not hurt, I don't have his moves.
Aw, come on, sure
Oh,
you do,
come on.
Paul, sure you do.
Not even close.
I'm not Tammy either.
Almost.
Almost.
I swear there must be double jointed.
Well, they certainly can do their arms a lot better than
Well,
Steve
my
and I.
shoulders don't hang like that at all.
Steve's shoulders don't either.
So we're gonna be in our normal standard West Coast swing standard position to start, to manage your weight. And we're gonna start with two slow side breaks. Normally when we do side breaks, we're gonna let go of hands, but not on this one. We're gonna maintain hand hold for our side breaks. The other hand is gonna go out. So slow side breaks, out, in. Then we're gonna do a slow in, which means we're gonna turn lead shoulders to each other and go in, taking weight. And then we're gonna go right back out where we were, starting with our lead foot, out. What are you doing? Did you do out?
No, because you said with the lead foot, and I had the trailing foot free, so again, I did something wrong.
Lead foot free, face me, in, 1, 2. Did you take weight?
Yeah, in.
Now you've got a lead foot free. Out. In. Lead foot free. Out.
I'm going in, but evidently I wasn't taking steps.
It's the take weight is the operative word, right?
Yes, that is the operative word, is to take weight. So when you do the in, it's 2 weight changes. 1, 2. Now we have a lead foot free. 1, 2. Okay, let's try. So we're in that hand change
Finish with
position.
that.
So let me see, we just did the hand change behind the back, so he's still facing line dance. So we're gonna start a left side pass, but we're gonna go to Varsuvian reverse. So he's gonna back up like he does on a normal left side pass. Ladies are coming forward. He's gonna get back up, get off the line, and now on your triple, or as he does his point step, whichever way you wanna do it, ladies, you're gonna turn left face to Varsuvian. So it's a triple time. That's where you would normally do your French cross. Okay? So that's going to be start a left side pass to Varsuvian reverse. So it's going to be lead foot, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to both hands, holding both hands, turn her under to face. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, and 4. We end up with hands crossed. So don't let go of anything.
Don't tell them that.
So start a left side pass to Varsuvian, we're in handshake. Start a left side pass to Varsuvian reverse. 1, 2. Just hold both hands, take her out to face. And do your anchor. Okay? So when you do that whip with hand change behind the back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Don't switch hands. You need to be in handshake because the next part won't work if you're in lead hands joined. So then you do your left side pass with the twirl to Varsuvian. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you're holding lead hands, it won't work because you can't get to Varsuvian if you're holding lead hands. got a lot of, yeah. And then both hands, ladies go under the face. He goes forward with her. He goes forward with her. And then you do your anchor step. Okay. This next part, what I want you to do, and if some of you know this dance, you might think I'm crazy. But I'm gonna have you do this to get, because this is how I learned it, and it made it so simple. Do you all know how to do a whip with inside turn?
Yeah.
Not a whip and do the inside turn on the end, but in the middle, you're gonna do 1, 2.
Oh.
She's doing an inside turn on the first measure, 3 and 4. Okay? So we're gonna do, actually, it's an inside whip, I should
Yeah.
say. Not a whip with inside turn. Inside whip. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to finish with a whip with an outside turn. So we're going to finish it 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, we know that. That's a black horse.
What's your cue sequence?
We know that sequence.
Yeah, that's a black horse.
It's,
Oh,
no,
Okay.
you don't want to go
what's it
there.
called?
You don't want to go
Inside
there
whip with an outside.
because
Oh, okay.
you're learning the footwork.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to start with an inside whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to finish with a whip with an outside turn. 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Basically, the second half of the whip.
Right, the last half of the whip with outside turn. Okay, so we're going to start with a whip inside turn and finish with the last half of the whip with outside turn. Make sense?
Now all they have to do is put hands like this and do that.
Yeah. Okay, so as he steps back, he's leading the ladies in. As he comes forward, he's leading the lady into that reverse underarm turn. Right there. Now, he's going to do his paddle step around, and I'm going to do my reverse underarm turn. 3 and 4 come into closed position.
But also, look where we're at. We're not here. You need to be here,
Basically, here with him facing the wall.
because you can't get around otherwise.
Okay?
So try it again.
Okay. That's the footwork you're going to do. What you guys just did.
Oh, so she's gonna change it.
Now she's gonna change it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, because we're in the crossed
do the-
hands.
Yeah.
The way to get into it, do the start of left side pass to Varsouvian. Start of left side pass to Varsouvian. And then we're going to ladies out to face 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're crossed left over right. So ladies, you're going to do that inside turn. Fellas, you're going to do your normal footwork of a whip turn. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to finish it with the whip outside turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
So if you know the
Very cool.
context of the inside whip turn and the whip with outside turn, you know those two parts. It's easy to do with the hands.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to learn it the other way, and it just boggled my mind trying to figure out which way she was turning and how far she was turning, and it just blew me away. I couldn't do it. And then I finally got to put it together this way with doing inside whip and whip with outside turn. Okay? Okay, so We do our, yes, do the thing.
Window.
Not big. New name.
Left over right.
You know, the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, this thing.
She's just gonna say the thing and we're supposed to know.
That's right.
So we're still left over right. So we're gonna start a straight whip. So we did a whole straight whip. We did the whole straight whip without any modification. Ladies, you're gonna do a walk two, forward hitch, back two, anchor step. Just like you do a tummy whip or a racked whip. Same exact footwork for the ladies. The men are going all the way around you with your hands crossed. So he's doing his whip, normal standard footwork. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's your straight whip. If you do a regular straight whip, it's going to start left over right and end right over left, unless the next thing you need to go to butterfly or whatever. So it starts with the left over right. So straight whip, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay.
Except you're not doing it.
Huh? We're going to start it.
Except we're doing
Start.
something else.
So do that for 2, 3, and 4. Going to our souvienne with the hand high, we're going to do a stop and go exit. So he's going to check forward like a fence line. Ladies are going to check back, stop and go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I can't remember if we go
No.
back.
Well, yeah, we did it
Lead hands join.
when she had the music.
Yeah.
on, yeah. Well, we got most of it. I
Yeah,
think you
then
overturned
we're just gonna
somewhere
go
in the
to
middle.
lead hands joined. Okay? So we do the start the straight whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stop and go exit. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're gonna switch to a lead hand joint. Okay? You just got outvoted.
Paul has to go to that one this time.
No, it's just, I was watching the clock.
I know. So we're going to start an underarm turn. Merengue apart 3 and swivel point to face. Okay? So we're gonna start an underarm turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like normal, we're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the normal underarm turn. We're gonna continue turning and do a merengue apart 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, and I fell over. And then on the 4th count, you're going to swivel and point. Okay? So it's an underarm turn, merengue apart 3, swivel, point. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's where you end it, facing partner, pointing lead foot. Okay? Underarm turn. Merengue apart 3, and swivel and point.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do a tuck and spin. We are. But we're gonna add both roll onto it. Okay, so we're gonna do our tuck and spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're both gonna roll. Roll. 5, 6, anchor step.
I'm not sure which foot that.
Okay, do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, anchors down.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, which way do you roll?
Which way do you roll? I don't know. I know what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to do. I can't learn both of our parts. all
Sure
the
you
time.
can.
You always do.
Yeah.
You always do.
I know. Okay, I gotta find, no, that's not it. Start number.
Business.
So it's a tuck and spin, both roll.
I think you're at the point where you're pointing, aren't you? Didn't you just finish those meringue things, or did we do something else?
Yes, here. So we're here. So we're gonna go into our tuck and spin, both roll. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Did you roll left? Huh?
I don't think he has much choice.
Well, if you got your hand up there where it belongs.
So 1, 2, 1. Would you quit leading me over there? It's a tuck. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
You didn't do something right.
Well, you're not doing it right. You're not doing a tuck.
I'm trying, but you keep telling me I'm
Tuck and spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All you're doing is a tuck and spin and adding a roll to it.
yeah, ooh.
Okay? Try it. Put the extra twirl in there, or you can leave it out. Okay? If you do just a plain old tummy whip, it'll work the same. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Or tummy whip with free spin. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
And that looks like 2 free spins.
Well, yeah, I added an extra one.
Overachieved.
I did a
Yeah,
turning
right.
anchor step.
Yeah.
Do it, I'll try to do it right. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, that's.
That looks good.
Okay? Either way. And it felt very, very awkward. And then we worked on it until we finally figured out what we had to do in order to make it work. So we're gonna do our 1, 2, 3, and 4. You notice his hand is still here. I'm not feeling any pressure yet. Now, as he comes up on 5, I'm starting to feel a little pressure, but on 6 is where he actually pulls on my waist and turns me. So the turn actually happens on 6, between 5 and 6. Okay? So it's a kind of a delayed action on there. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5.
My hand slipped.
I was gonna say,
Lost his grip.
I didn't feel a thing.
Slippy stuff there.
Are you ready?
You go, Jeremy.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Of course.
Be the fun of that.
So we just came out of our free spin. We're going to do a side whip, but we're going to end it in a right-hand star. Okay? So we're going to start a regular, everyday, ordinary side whip. That's the one where the man does the press line. Okay? So it's
Side.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Now he's gonna come, get off of that foot. you gotta stop here on 4. Remember, you don't take weight out on that foot until 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're still there. 5, he's commencing to take weight. 6, he takes weight. And then on the anchor step, we're both gonna turn to a right hand star. Okay? So the only thing you're changing is the anchor step. So that side whip is exactly like a regular old side whip, but instead of doing an anchor step facing your partner, you're going to anchor step to a right hand star. That's all there is to it. So side whip, and in a right hand star. That's all there is to it. Okay? So it's really a single travel.
It's really strong.
I think it should be called a single travel with roll.
Yeah, we could invent it, a double travel and a triple travel.
Yeah.
Oh, you got warlock.
No double travel, is it?
Okay.
Yeah. Get it
So
over.
we're in our right hand star. We have a lead foot free. Starts with a roll 2, just like your triple travel with roll does. So it starts with roll 2 to a left hand star. 1 chassé. 1, 2, 3. Roll 2. 1, 2. Anchor steps. Hard to stop there. So it's just 1 chassé and then you do your roll. So it does the roll, 1 chassé, roll, anchor. So it's roll, 1, 2, chassé, turn, roll, 2, anchor, step. So it's a short triple travel with roll. Okay. So you are going to do the first 4 steps of a sugar push. The first 4 counts, I should say. So in this, it's called a scoop sugar push with 3 scoops. That's what the cue is going to be. Okay? So we're going to start just like a normal sugar push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now is where it changes, and we're going to bring our feet together on and after that 4th count. Okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And the ladies, now the men are going to point forward. Ladies are pointing back. There's your 1 point. You're going to, and this is all syncopated. Okay? So you're going to do that point. You're going to take weight on it and close. Put this foot back again. Put weight on it and close. And put that foot back again. His is forward. And then. Okay? So that's the action. But timing is, of course,
The butt part.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. And then you take one more step. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and point, and point, and point. Okay?
Anchor stick in that thing?
Huh?
No anchor stick in that thing?
No. No anchor. No anchor. So it's the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay? So let's do that much. She's gonna have her trailing foot free. And 1, and 2, and 3.
And then your non-lead foot
Lead foot's free at that point. Yeah. So we put that all together. Scoop sugar push with 3 scoops. He's going side, 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 close side, close side, close side.
Don't worry, there's a dance and you can do it too.
Yeah,
He has the hard part.
You do.
always.
Well, I thought he was standing still pretty good. I was taking on that.
You were liking that. Liking that part, right?
You gotta watch real close. They were subtle. They were subtle.
No, he does close side, close side, close side. Okay, but one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. That's the timing. Timing is the hardest part. The footwork's easy, but getting the timing in is a okay. And 3. Now, where this foot is, you're going to take weight on it, and it's the and 1, and 2, and 3. So that you've got 2 weight changes and a point on and 1.
In theory. In theory. Add music and speed, and it goes.
Yeah, so we do. Circle push. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, and 3.
And then take weight and
And then 1,
words.
1, 2, and 3.
Close and anchor.
Close and anchor.
That helps me a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, close and anchor. Okay? So
We're
try
being naughty.
a little lazy,
I'm
shall we
thinking
say.
we're gonna have to unlearn something.
Yeah. Most of you are gonna have to unlearn something. Gentlemen, on the first measure of a standard whip turn, you have to turn more than a half. Okay? And this is what we're seeing. The man is doing his whip turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very impossible to do a hook and back and then push forward this direction if he has not overturned that last bit to where his chest is facing his partner. And it also makes it impossible for the ladies to turn if he's not rotating. So when he does that first measure of any and all whip turns, and it goes with the straight whip, it goes with the regular standard whip. The only one that might be a little, well, there's some that are a little bit different, but the standard whip turns, he has to actually do a 3/4 turn with his upper body. He may not turn that far with his feet, but it's close on that first measure. So he's doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Forward on 4. And he's went forward, but his chest is facing me and we're in closed position. Now when we go out of a regular whip turn, he's going to easily be able to cross him back, push forward on 6, and anchor step. And I think maybe some of you have gotten a little sloppy over the years, and maybe you're doing a walk out of the whip instead of the crossing back. I'm not sure. But you need to make sure that you get that 3/4 turn on that first measure. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now ladies, you've taken that step and you're stepping in between his feet. Now, if we do a surprise whip from here, he's already there. All he has to do is turn me, and he is ready to rock forward as he rocks me back, and I'm there. So he has to get that 3/4 rotation in order to put me in position to do that surprise whip, or a regular whip, or a whip inside, whip outside, whatever the case may be. Side whip doesn't change the fact that the man has that 3/4 turn. So when he does his side whip, we're in handshake, or not side whip, but a straight whip. Sorry about that, straight whip. He's still going to do his 3/4 turn. So he's up alongside of her, facing her shoulder. Now, when we do our stop and go exit, he can do his stop and go easily because he's in position to rock forward. But what we're seeing is straight whip, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and he's not coming around, so he's not on the diagonal for that stop and go. He's doing this. Okay? So, and I'm not saying you're all doing it, but there was a good number. Okay? So when you do that straight whip, fellas, make sure you get that chest up against her arm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're right there. And then you're ready. And it works so much easier if he's already there. Okay, next thing is we did our whip outside turn. Everybody okay with that? Normal whip outside turn.
Obviously, I'm not, but that's okay.
He changed his mind and decided to do an inside turn then.
Yeah, that's kind of hard when you change midstream. Okay, so what we're going to do from there is what they call a forearm spin. After I finally figured out that it was a shadow tuck, it was a whole lot easier. So you're going to do a shadow tuck and spin. So he's going to step back. As he comes forward, he is going to grasp the lady's forearm, and he's going to take his forward step, and I'm going to take a forward step, and we are in shadow facing the wall. We both do our point. He's going to come on around to face reverse line, and I'm going to take my step, and I'm going to spin an anchor step. So it's a shadow tuck and spin.
Do that again.
You don't get the extra 2 steps for the roll?
No
No.
roll. Not like it hit me with a hot.
Yeah, that's what I
No.
was thinking.
It's just a spin. So it's a forearm spin, which I fought with and fought with and fought with until it finally dawned on me. It's nothing but a shadow tuck and spin. So he's going to step back. He's going to step forward, getting hold of my rib, my forearm. We're both going to turn to shadow wall and point. He's going to continue his turn going forward. I'm going to go forward, and I'm rolling or spinning an anchor step. So forearm spin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or you could leave out the extra spin if you want to and just do a half turn. 1,
Doing something.
do the forearm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or you can put the extra one in, your option. Whichever way you want to do it. Okay? That's the key
We
word.
know that, we just don't know the move.
So when we do the lady switchbacks, remember we started with the lady switchbacks with her with a trailing foot free. And we did closed point, closed point, closed point, close, anchor, step.
So we're like this.
Yes,
We take weight,
close,
close.
point,
point.
sideways. You're going to be turning your body. There you go.
Okay, so
Close.
we're like
Do
this.
it, do it.
Do what?
Sugar push.
The thing.
2, 3, 4, and 1. Now, when you got that 1 out there, there's no weight on it. You're just pointing it. Then you're gonna take weight on it, and 2. And then you're gonna take weight on it, and 3. No weight on it. And then when you go into the lady switches, you're gonna do and 1, and 2, and 3. Step, anchor, step. Okay? It's an optical illusion.
It looks like when you're doing, they're dancing, it looks like they're doing a lot of fancy footwork. That's all just close.
Yeah, it's just point and close, point and close, point and close, or close and point, close and point.
It's the
close and
body
point.
mechanics.
Yeah, so you put that all together, timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Close, anchor, step. So the side whip is the man doing the press line. So it's gonna be 1.
No, you go on the
No,
other side.
I gotta go on that side, sorry.
Say, that wasn't working for me.
Go on. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
That's what I was supposed to do.
So it's
So
just
cuts
like
out of it on 6, basically,
7 and 8.
7 and 8.
He takes weight on 6.
Okay.
Yes, he takes weight on the press line on 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's still holding. 5, he's beginning to put weight there because he's leading me to come forward. But then he's going to finish putting weight on 6 as I come forward. And then we're both going to turn on our anchor step to get to that right-hand star. Okay. So side whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's try it. So when you do the whip with hand change behind the back, you should automatically come out of it in handshake. It's an automatic thing. If you switch, then you have to switch back. Okay? But when you do that handshake, it's 3 and 4. Now he's passing my hand over to his right hand, and then we're going to come out of it. 5. What are you doing? 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, stay a handshake.
What is your problem?
Looks like I got something crawling on me.
You don't
Probably a
have
spider
anything
man.
crawling on you. Okay? So he's going to do his normal whip turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there again, if he's used to coming up here on 4, you're going to have a real hard time with this hand change behind the back, because he really needs to be facing her right at that point in time so that he can pass her hand around behind her back. Then he's going to cross him back as the ladies come out of it. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we're in handshake position. Okay? This way.
Switch automatically.
This way. So we're going to start here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
It's that last little maneuver of the hand
Yes.
changing over.
Because you got to get the hand turned over
And
as you're doing that anchor.
turning the hand over, the automatic solution is to losing track of each other is to grab a hold.
Yes. Yes. You got to be sure to hang on to that right hand when you're doing this. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Continue on.
Keep going.
Left side pass to Barcelona.
2, 3, and 4. 1, 6, 7, and 8. It would be nice if you would have come forward with me because you almost pulled my arm out of the socket.
You're gonna be search for which is that?
Gripping onto his hand like that steel track, wouldn't let him go.
Left side pass to Varsouvian. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You hold both hands, you go forward. Ladies come out to face 2, 3. That was much nicer, thank you. Okay, that ends with left over right. Put it all together. Flip of hand change behind the back. Left side pass to Varsouvian. Ladies out, both hands. And we're gonna end up with our,
To the windows,
Window whip.
huh?
to the window whip.
Yeah, the window whip. I lost my balance, sorry. But you have the gist of it. Okay, let's spin or part C. We're going to do a tuck and twirl, but it's going to be altered, of course. We're going to do a tuck and twirl with man's hook turn. Okay, so I'm still doing a regular tuck and twirl. He's going to hold my hand and do a hook turn. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and now he does his hook turn. 5 and 6. Would you please switch my hand over and turn a little farther? That's where you belong.
So he holds your hand, but then he switches it.
Correct. Hmm? No, we have to go to lead hands joint, or right hands, whatever this is. Yeah, we're in handshake. It's just a funny handshake. Yes. So it's a whip. Yeah. Tuck, 2, 3, 4. He's holding on. The hand goes over my head. As I'm doing my twirl, he's doing the hook turn, and he needs to turn a half turn around so that he ends up on a diagonal. 3 and 4, and he's offering me his right hand because we're going to do a right side pass. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. But the ladies are doing an inside turn on the right side pass. Yeah, couldn't do anything normal.
Normal
Yeah.
moves to the wall.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
this is the guy that wrote Carnival.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah. So tuck and twirl with man hook turn, right side pass with inside turn. Okay? So right side pass, or tuck and twirl with man's hook turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right side pass with a tuck, or with a right side pass, or whatever that is. Inside turn. Inside turn. Okay? Let's try.
That hand change thing for right hand?
Right side pass with inside twirl and a sugar push. My toe caught. So where are we facing? If not, it'll work either way. So we're going to do our forearm spin, which is the shadow tuck and spin. So forearm spin. 1, 1. Would you like to get a hold of this hand and go to shadow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's your forearm spin. Tuck and twirl with hook turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right side pass with inside twirl. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And then we do something else. Okay? So forearm spin. Remember, fellows, that you are turning right face to a shadow position on that second step. So it's going to be 1. Would you get a hold of my forearm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tuck and twirl with hook turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right side pass with inside twirl. Put the hand out here, because that is a clue for the ladies to go this way. When you want her to tuck, you're going to bring this shoulder back and tuck her into you. So when you do that tuck, it's 1, 2, and I'm facing him. We're palm to palm right here. Then when he comes out of it, I'm twirling, and we're coming around. But if he brings his hand out here, it's giving me mixed signals of what he wants me to do. So he needs to be sure to tuck me in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On that 5 and 6 is when he does the turnaround. And don't tuck quite so. It's not a passing. You're almost passing tuck and spin. Don't pass it. It's just a tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you need to be sure to do that tucking action. Bring that left shoulder back, which brings the ladies into a tuck. Ready? Go. Tuck. Do a rock whip.
Almost. With a modification.
With a modification.
Yeah.
So you're doing a rock whip, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now he's going to start with his rock forward in between my feet. Rock, recover, rock, recover, and you will end with the man facing reverse line of dance with a trailing foot free. And he just did his recover step, so his natural body flow would be to come forward, which is what he's going to do. Okay? So you're going to do that much of a standard rock turn.
Rock whip.
Huh?
Rock whip.
Rock whip, yeah, rock whip. So our standard rock whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rock, 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 rock. He's facing reverse line of dance. Trailing foot free. Okay, let's do that from the beam or out of the slot. Okay, so when you're doing that hook turn, we're doing our tug and twirl, so it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as I'm doing my coming around, he's doing his hook turn. But what he's doing on his hook turn, so he's here. So now he's going to turn, hook. You lost it because you're on the wrong foot. So he's doing 1, no, wrong foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm moving the wrong way, this way. So he's got his right foot free. He's hooking and back. He's turning, taking a slight side step off the beam or out of the slot. And then his final step is a slight crossing step, offering the lady his right hand. His front chest is going to be facing kind of diagonal line of dance and wall. He doesn't need to really get clear around to face the wall. It's a diagonal, okay? But he's opened this path up for the ladies to do the right side pass. Remember, the ladies own the slot. Gentlemen, it's your job to get off one side or the other. It does not have a bow in it. You have to jump off one side or the other. There might be a freight train coming, but you still have to jump off. So we do our tuck and twirl, and he does his hook turn, but he's gonna take a side step on that second step of the hook turn to get out of the slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what do you call that?
That's the whole
Tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're not doing it right. That's another way of doing it. It works. He gets around, okay? But it should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then he's ready to go. His hook turn should be hook off cross. That's really the way the hook turn is supposed to be done. However, you will see a lot of guys doing a hook turn. It works. But he's kind of in her way. Double rock, we just kind of blend it all together. Rock whip with step double rondé, because that's what we're gonna do after you've done that rock whip with the 2 rocks. So he's facing reverse line of dance. We have a trailing foot free. He has a forward body flow because he just did his rock back. So he's gonna take a forward step like a lunge, like a forward lunge. He's rondéing clockwise. Ladies, you are rondéing clockwise. So he's doing 1 lunging step and 1 beat rondé. So it's gonna be 1, 2. Now, when the foot hits the floor, ladies, you're stepping behind, he's stepping forward. We're gonna blend to both hands joined. He's gonna go forward. Ladies are going forward and kind of side. He's gonna go forward. I'm gonna do a side close. We're both gonna step back on our right foot and press line on the left. And that's the ending. Okay? So we're facing reverse line of dance. Where are you facing?
Reverse line,
Out here?
yeah,
You could be anywhere.
Okay.
that's reverse.
Okay, that's reverse, that's line. So it's gonna be step, rondé, step, 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 and step. Ready to go back?
I did already.
And press line.
And so now what are you facing the wall?
You're facing the wall.
Not center, the wall.
Yeah, you're facing the wall. So he's facing reverse line. It's easier for one side or the other. So he's facing reverse, trailing foot free. So we're gonna do the step rondé, which is 1, 2, and now 3, he goes forward, I go behind. 4, he goes forward, I go kind of forward and fall over. He's going to come forward as I take a side close step, because I'm syncopating. We're both going to step back on our right and press the left. And that's your ending. But it's all each individual beat. So it's count 7 beats, including the press, is on 7. Okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. And the ladies are syncopating.
Sure.
Of course. One more time on this side. So man's facing reverse. We're in closed position, trailing foot free. So we're going to do our step double rondé. How do I cue it? Step double rondé, inside turn, lady syncopate to wrapped wall. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. rondé right, behind. Now, she's kind of facing diagonal, reverse, and wall. She's gonna take a forward and side step to that place. So where her foot is, she's gonna take that step. And then she's gonna do a side close, back, and press. Okay? So she's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, press. She has an extra step. Okay? So she goes back on her left, rondé right, behind right, turn and go forward and side on a diagonal on the left, and then you're going to do a side close, back on the right, press the left. So you both should be going back on that right at the same time. Okay? So girls